Beyond the Reach is a thriller film that follows into one of my favorite subgenres, as you know, humans hunting humans for sport. I had trouble finding this one, but it was on Amazon Prime, so I decided to check it out. This movie stars Michael Douglas as John Maddock. He is a businessman, a bit of a rich trophy hunter, and he wants to go to the Mojave Desert to hunt big horn rams, large, bring home the body, cut off the head, and probably have those giant horns as a nice trophy. However, in order to do so, he has to go to the Mojave Desert, and the sheriff basically sets him up with Ben. Ben is he's a youth who not sure what he wants to do in life. He doesn't want to go to school with his girlfriend. She's got accepted into post-secondary, but he doesn't really want to go. So it's good money. He's gonna, guide Maddock, and they're gonna go to the desert and try to hunt a bighorn ram. However, everything goes wrong when they're looking at movement on top of a mountain. Maddock gets a little trigger happy and shoots the shape. Turns out to be a prospector who lives out there, a bit of a weirdo who lives by himself. And when Maddock says, help me, cover up the death of this old man, please, Ben doesn't want to. So Maddock turns on Ben, makes him strip to his underwear and run away in the desert to be hunted. So this movie has a really interesting premise, because you could say that it's not really a human hunting human for sport, but it is, because Maddock can't just simply shoot Ben to kill him, because then he's got to bring the body back and explain it. But it's easier because he's trying to come up with a good cover story. The cover story would be that Ben and him shot the prospector guy, and then Ben couldn't handle it, stripped all his clothes, went crazy, ran away. Maddock tried to give him water and stuff, but then he passed out in the desert and died. So that's the story that he's trying to create and bring to the sheriff when they go back. However, Ben finds out to be more resourceful than he thought, because he is a guide. So it ends up being Maddock pretty much stalking Ben and trying to stop him from finding ways to survive the Mojave Desert. And it's a really gritty movie. It's like man versus nature. You really get that sense of great production value from the desert and the caves and all the cool stuff. This movie's also, I think, mostly produced by Michael Douglas and another person, so he gets to pretty much chew the scenery, because it's mostly a two-man show. So he definitely gives one of his better performances of his career. He's starts off as a bit of a rich asshole, but then when you see when he's given full power, the amount of sadistic, is able to just grab onto those sadistic tendencies. He's a shark in the boardroom and in real life. And then Jeremy Irvine does a good job too as the hapless Ben. He's got something to live for. He's one of the common man. And they really push the themes of technology, Maddock's got this Austrian hunting rifle and this expensive Jeep with all the amenities, and Ben's basically trying to survive on just whatever the land can give him, and it's old school versus new school. The movie's pretty good and racks up the tension throughout the whole plot, except for the last 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes just completely drops the ball. Apparently they changed the ending from the book, and it's definitely, they were grasping at straws and tried to do too many things. There's a scene in a sheriff department, and then there's another scene. There's two more scenes after. There's 3 parts to the ending, and they're all different in tone, and it just feels a little bit cheap, especially after watching the whole thing. But overall, it's still an entertaining watch if you want to watch a movie about humans hunting humans for sport, for one, or you like Michael Douglas. But the movie, however, definitely drops the ball with that ending, so I give it a 4 out of 10.